This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to help with the cost of games coming up this week, because I gotta buy all these games, alright? There's two primary ways you can help me. You could either tip me. If you tip me during a stream, those are funds I can use right away to buy all these new releases coming out, okay? There is potential. If King of Fighters does well enough, and if people want to see more of it, then I can actually buy it on both consoles. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a different or wider player base on one over the other. People have kind of convinced me or talked me into buying the PS5 version of the game, but I have a joystick now for the Xbox Series X, so I'd be happy to play it on there too. But obviously, you know, it would help to defray the cost if you guys could support in that manner. But it's not just tips. Let's say, for example, you can't tip, but you still wanted to help in this regard. You could give me some credits for either PlayStation Network or Xbox Live.
The hardcore begging season.
What do most people do who literally don't give a shit about Valentine's Day? They just run and buy fucking flowers. So guess what was so busy at the grocery store? The entire grocery area is empty. The fucking flower area, there's like lines out the ass. It's like, boy, you guys really fucking planned, huh? You really thought about what you wanted to do today. You really care about your significant other when literally you just rushed to buy flowers on that day. So how do you think your significant other feels? You didn't plan out anything. You didn't even talk to them about what the day was going to be. Instead, on your way home from work on Valentine's Day, you bought them some fucking flowers, which you probably throw on a table or pop in a vase and say, okay, back to normal day. By the way, honey, what's for fucking dinner? What did you make me? Right? Like, it really does, it's embarrassing to see those people. And the way they're behaving, too, because they're like, oh, they're all nervous. I gotta get something good that my wife or husband or significant other's gonna like. And they don't know because they don't fucking talk to them, nor know anything that they like because literally they just ignore them 95% of the year. So they don't know. They're like, oh, what's this? What the fuck are these? I don't know. What's this? Roses? What the fuck are roses? I never heard of that. And, you know, it's hilarious watching them walk out with whatever. They have no idea what they're doing.
Weirdest cat. She was taking a shower when I was on break. She had just gotten out of the shower. So, that's where she is. I have no idea what else she's doing today. It's up to her. She cooked like crazy yesterday, so today's her day. We'll do whatever she wants.
It was probably like 5 p.m. Pacific time, okay? And I'm like, all right, let's order dinner, because you know it's probably going to take them an hour or more to make our dinner, because it's a busy Valentine's Day, and we want to have dinner between like 6 and 7. So let's order dinner, okay? So we go into the, you know, one of the online ordering apps.
DoorDash.
It goes through the whole, we pick what we want, you know, well, I want this, she wants that. Oh, let's actually get an appetizer too, because it's Valentine's Day, it's a special day. We'll do something nice. So we pick that. We go through the whole process. Everything's good. Okay, time to pay. Oh, the store's closed. What? What are you talking about? It's open. It's Valentine's Day. We just went through the whole ordering process. If the store was closed, you wouldn't have let us go through the ordering process. What the fuck is this? So then we said, all right, we have no idea. Maybe they screwed up in the app or something. Let's go to the other Italian restaurant that's around here and order from them instead. Closed. What do you mean closed? It said we checked ahead of time. And it said it was open. All right? So here's what happened. Here's what these fuckers do. And this pisses me off. They're open on Valentine's Day, but they're booked. Meaning, if you did the in-person reservation, they're completely booked. So what do? They shut down their online ordering for the day, but just for that day, so they can focus on the in-person customers who likely are going to spend a lot of money because they're there in person. They're probably going to be drinking wine and spending a ridiculous amount of money on this special Valentine's Day dinner, right? But then, they don't tell you that online. Everything online looks normal. It says, you can order, there's no problems. And then when you go to order, you get to the end of the process, and it just is a blackout. Oh, we were closed today. No, you're not. I wouldn't be able to go through your whole fucking menu if you were actually closed today. You're lying. What you did is you called DoorDash and said, oh, just for today, we don't want delivery. Then why did you let me go through the whole app? And the thing that really pisses me off, we planned this ahead days ahead. We had planned this out 2-3 days ago. We went to the app. It said you could order for today and everything. Everything was set. Then the day of, the app changes. And it wasn't just one. We tried 2 other apps. They were all the same. So literally the 2 Italian restaurants around here are fucking assholes. They don't actually properly list what's going on the online ordering apps. And we got screwed over because of it. Okay? So now we're pissed, alright? Admittedly, we're pissed off. We're like, this is bullshit. We wanted Italian food. Now we can't get Italian food, alright? So what are we gonna do? And we're like, well, what can you do? So my wife's like, well, we'll just get whatever. So there was a place that previously we had ordered Japanese-style food from. So we order from them, alright? So that order's through. So now I'm unpacking the groceries. My wife and I, we're doing it together. We're unpacking the groceries. We're putting stuff together. Now, what happens is when I do this, usually I empty out the fridge from the last week. Any leftover stuff has to get tossed down the food disposal. Leftover ingredients, vegetables, and stuff. So it just so happens, I think we had some leftover parsley, some leftover cucumbers. No, excuse me, leftover celery. And then, in addition to that, there was like leftover food from last week, some leftovers from dinner and stuff. Some, you know, we might say, well, why don't you just throw that stuff out? Here in Washington State, you're not allowed to. I'm not kidding. In Washington State, you're not allowed to throw out food. You're prevented from doing that. And for some of you might be saying, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. You're not allowed to throw food out here. It's actually, you get in trouble. So what you're supposed to do is one of two things. You take all your food and you put it into your food disposal. Everyone out here has a food disposal in their sink. It's like a standard thing in this state. Everyone has it. There's nowhere here who doesn't. Everyone has it. Okay? It's not working. Uh-oh. So what do? This has happened before. So I get some baking soda, and I fill the food disposal, which, by the way, the food disposal is full of dirty food water. Okay? It's full. It's overflowed with dirty food water. So I'm putting baking soda in there. Then I put vinegar in there. It goes, it's supposed to clear out the pipes, clear out the food disposal, right? Okay. Grind. It's still not going down. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Okay? Well, guess what? The food's arriving now. Our dinner is arriving. Oh, great. What am I gonna do? Sit here with a sink full of dirty food water? I'm not even done washing dishes or whatever. Okay? So I'm like, I gotta go extreme. I go upstairs, I grab our giant-ass toilet plunger.
Oh! That is disgusting.
I wash it off, obviously. I say, fuck this. I gotta clean this shit out. We're supposed to be having a romantic dinner together. Already we can't have Italian food. At least the candies worked out. The candies, you know, I ended up getting everything, but I'm like, we gotta do this, okay? So, I'm standing there with a fucking plunger. I plug up the other sink, because the way for the food disposal, there's two sinks. One is for regular stuff, and one is for the food disposal. So I plug up the regular sink to create pressure, and I'm there with the plunger. It's not unclogging yet. My wife sits down, she's like, well, could we, yes, like, but honey, just eat. What are you gonna do? Just eat. Don't wait for me. I don't know how long this is gonna take. This could take an hour, alright? I start to do it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may not realize this if you don't have a food disposal, but there's something that's called, I think it's called either the trap or the escape. Basically, there has to be a way for air to escape out of the disposal, and this thing was so clogged. I'm not kidding you. So I go to do the plunger. I'm doing, all of a sudden, I'm not exaggerating, all of a sudden, the thing that, I forget what it's called, if it's called the escape or it's called something. It fucking launches into the air, and dirty food water erupts like a geyser all over the fucking kitchen.
You're a disgusting pig.
It was revolting. It just went, badoom! So now I'm covered. Okay, luckily my wife was eating at the table. She wasn't near me. I'm completely covered. Alright? The countertop, or not the counter, but, you know, the sink and area and all that, completely covered in dirty fucking water. And I said, and it still was clogged. It was still clogged. It didn't unclog. I said, fuck that. Now, it's rare when I get too angry, but I was pretty fucking upset. My wife usually doesn't see me very angry, so she was kind of like scared. She's like, oh, Phil's turned into the Hulk now because he's angry. So I went and I got a fucking step stool. And I used the step stool to stand above the fucking sink. I positioned myself into a pile-driving, plunging position, and I said, and all the time, water is shooting out of the escape trap into this. There's food pieces going everywhere. And then finally, it says, and it drains out. Oh my god, finally. So then, guess what I had to do? I had to go wash, change my fucking clothes. Okay, I was disgusted. I had to clean the kitchen. So, basically, after a half an hour of doing this, the sink is drained. I'm like, okay, now I can finally fucking wash up, clean up. Time for dinner. Now, of course, the food's cold. The fucking been sitting there for half an hour while my wife was eating. So I sit down to eat. All right, let's have some of this delicious shrimp tempura. And I pick up the shrimp. It's dangly and wet. Shrimp tempura is supposed to be light and crispy. It's supposed to be breaded and fried shrimp in a special Japanese style. Why is it dangly and wet? Because they idiotically put it in the same spot as the fucking chicken teriyaki, and the teriyaki sauce soaked the chicken tempura, so now it's a mushy mess. Excuse me, not chicken tempura, the shrimp tempura. So I'm like, this is gross. I tried to eat it. Oh, it's just not good. It's supposed to be light and crispy. Put it in soy sauce. It was disgusting. Okay? I said, okay, let me try my chicken teriyaki. So I go to eat it. I put, it's dry. It's overcooked. It's like eating fucking shoe leather. Now, I've never had the teriyaki from this place before. We only had the katsu. The katsu is outstanding. That's what my wife got, and she loved it. I'm sitting there like, oh, this is bad. I pick up the egg roll, and it's like this. Sog. I'm like, oh, no. It's so greasy. It's like, oh, God. It's like oh.
That was delicious. Oh, it was delicious.
Like a wet sponge, you know? Like, it absorbs so much of the grease. And a good egg roll, when you go to break, it's like, it crisps apart, right? It'll crisp apart. I go to rip this thing, it's just like a soggy turd. It's like, and falls and mushes apart in my hand. I'm like, oh my God. It's so bad. We went from a situation where we were supposed to have a romantic Italian dinner, ordering what we wanted, having it nice, and having some chocolates after, and, you know, having a nice relaxing night, and it went from that to food disposal, eruption, volcanic explosion, destroying the kitchen, and covering me in basically liquid, you know, rotting food.
I love it. I love it.
And then eating food 30 minutes late, so it's cold, and it's very fucking, like, nasty-ass, disgusting fucking food. That was our Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh my God, he's drinking gin. Gin is great.
Turbo Pascal did a super chat saying, I was going to send you a PlayStation Network code, but then you rage quit Dying Light 2, and I thought, why send a code if he'll rage quit the game that he buys with it?
Lol.
Well, first of all, Turbo Pascal, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, I am in no way, shape, or form going to believe that you were going to send me a code of any kind. And number three, there's absolutely no way I'm taking your idiotic troll bait comment seriously, or wasting time, you know, seriously responding to it, because it's just nonsense. So, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that.
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. It's the guy who just doesn't get reality.